Hey everyone! In today's video, I'm going to be ranking all of the foundation releases, well, not all of them, the ones that were released in the first quarter of the year. So we're gonna be talking about which ones were my favorite, which ones are my number one, and which ones are, you know, sketchy. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so in my number one place, I couldn't choose. So I've been using these two foundations anyways, non-stopping since I got them. And the first one is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This foundation is super nice. It's very liquid, but it has a beautiful finish. When you see it in your face, like in your skin, it looks like skin. It has a little glow to it. It's a perfect foundation if you want to use it for everyday makeup, for the office, to go to work, to go to a brunch with your friends, and you want to rock a makeup, not makeup look with it. This is a perfect foundation for it. It doesn't have a full coverage, but it's definitely buildable. When foundations are this light, I love using the concealer instead to build a little bit of coverage in places that I need a little bit more coverage, so I don't over apply the product, and it makes my skin look a little bit cakey. But this foundation is beautiful, 100% recommended. And the other number one is the Kosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation. This one has an SPF of 25. I wouldn't suggest, if you use this foundation, to not use SPF because 25 is not that high of an SPF. So if you're gonna be in a very sunny place, use your regular 40 SPF before applying this foundation. What I love about this foundation is the same thing about the NARS. It looks super nice in the skin, super natural. It has a very nice coverage. I will say it has a little bit more coverage than the NARS, and I definitely love how beautiful the skin looks with this foundation on. It has a beautiful glow to it too. If you have combination skin and you want to rock these two foundations, I would say apply a little powder in the center of the face so you can delay the oily process that regularly happens in your skin anyways. But this foundation is gorgeous. It leaves the skin looking amazing. I'm gonna be talking about foundation and skin tints. On my second place, I have this one, which is the Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This is a tinted sunscreen. This is like a tinted type of foundation. It's more like that type of product that you use those days that you don't want to use much makeup. This one is beautiful also. It's not gonna give you a ton of coverage because this is more of a tinted moisturizer type of thing, and it will actually like even out your skin. Your skin is gonna look super nice, super moisturized. It's gonna give you a glow, like your skin is like that, like when you apply moisturizer and then your skin glows very nicely. This is the type of tinted moisturizer or tinted foundation that give you that finish. It's very liquid, so be careful when applying. You can apply with your fingers, you can apply with a brush. It's super versatile, and I really love the product. That's why it's my number two, because for those days that I don't want to wear a lot of makeup, this is my go-to tinted foundation. On my third place, I have these two. I have them for different reasons. Let's start with the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. I really love the consistency and how beautiful it is. The only thing is that on my skin, it emphasizes a little bit the texture. Not something that I will say, oh my god, I'm not gonna use it never ever again. No. But it does give me a little bit of texture that I really don't enjoy on some foundations. So this is a foundation that I, for example, wouldn't build up. So I would apply just a very light wash of application with it. Then if I need a little bit more of a coverage, I will go with my concealer for it. But it's a foundation that has a beautiful glow too. If you have a skin that doesn't have a lot of texture, texture, then this foundation is gonna work for you perfectly. I would suggest this foundation for people with more of a dry skin. Dry skin tends to not have as much texture as people that have combo to oily skin like I am. This is why it's in my third place. It's not about foundation whatsoever. I would say from all of the foundations from Makeup Forever, this will be one in my top 3 because this foundation is actually pretty nice. It looks good. It's just that in my skin emphasized a little bit more texture than other foundations. And the other number 3 is this one. This is the One Size Turn Up the Base. This is like a BB cream. The thing is that for a BB cream, I was expecting it to be a little bit more moisturizing. The reason why it's on my number 3 is not because it's a bad product. It is because it's very matte. So if you don't moisturize your face very well before using it, you're gonna have an issue with your skin looking very dry or maybe very matte, especially if you have dry skin. This is something that you will have to use a very good moisturizer before applying this foundation or BB cream. Okay, this was promoted like a product that you're gonna use for everyday type of situations, but unless you are that person that loves matte skin, like even for everyday makeup, you don't want your skin to look glowy or nothing like that, then you're gonna love this. Otherwise, if you're that person that want fresh looking skin, this is going to mattify your skin too much to the point that you're gonna have to apply other products to bring the freshness or the glowiness in your skin again. So it's not a bad product. It has a beautiful coverage. A little bit goes a long way with it, but I wouldn't suggest if you have dry skin to use it by itself. So combine it with a good moisturizer, prep your skin very well before using it, and be careful with over applying because it can cake up because it's very matte. And on my last place I have these two, and again for different reasons. Let's start with the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. When she first promoted the product, I really thought that this was a skin tint, that this would be that kind of product for every day, super nice, super liquid, like the YSL tinted moisturizer that I had it here, but I don't have it anymore. The YSL is super nice, liquid. You can apply with your fingers, super subtle. But this one has a very strong coverage. You wouldn't think that this product was gonna be that full coverage, but it's a full coverage product, so you can over apply if you go ham with it. And this also emphasizes a lot my texture on my skin. I don't have any issues with texture because skin has texture. That's something that you cannot fight against. But definitely I would say that this is something that you have to apply very minimal, that you have to be careful with maybe moisturizing very well your skin before using it. Maybe use a primer that is going to soften your pores so it doesn't emphasize your texture too much. But I really don't think it is a product that you should use for every day anyways. It's for those moments that you don't want to look too glam but not too clean either. So it's something in between. And Jacqueline Hill's, this is the Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint. Okay, the thing with this is I need you to understand that this is not a foundation. This is a product for you to use the same way you would use a skin tint. Skin tint doesn't have a lot of coverage. It's not a product for you to use for an event or something that you want for it to be long lasting. This is a product for those days that you don't want a lot of makeup, that you don't want a lot of coverage, and that you need only like a touch to even out your skin and stuff like that. The reason why it's on my number 5 for the last place is because the product is very dense. For a skin tint, I feel like it's too dense. It's very difficult to work with. So if you are a person that is on a rush and just want something that you can apply super quick and your skin is gonna look nice, amazing, fresh and all that, this is not the product. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to manipulate. It's not as versatile as you would think. It's super glowy too. So if you prep your skin with a moisturizer, if you apply your SPF and all that, then your skin is gonna be super glowy because it does have like a glowy finish. Not too matte, but not too extremely glowy, but it does have like a glow to it. So be careful with that. It's not a bad product either. It's just like it's not easy to work with. You have to use it a couple of times to get the hang of it. And I mean, you shouldn't buy something and have to use it a couple of times to get the hang of it. If the product is good, it should be good from the get-go. I'm not talking about the first application, but at least at the second or third application, you should already know how to work with it. But it took me like 4 or 5 applications to figure out how I can work with it. And yeah, that is not very pleasing for customers. So that's it, guys. Those are my top 5 foundation releases from the beginning of the year. I know that by the time you see this video, there's more foundations that have been released. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do these videos every quarter. So we talk about all of these foundations, how they work. Because I think that first impressions videos are not that helpful when it comes to foundations. Because foundations are products that you have to use a couple of times and see how your skin reacts, how you like it, how they look in different environments, how they wear with the time. Like if you use it on an indoor environment against using it outside, going in under the sun or sweating a little bit with it. Foundations are that type of products that you have to put it in on a stress test and see how they work with the skin so you can choose which one is the best one for you. So I think that for foundations, these are the type of videos that are gonna be helpful for you if you wanna invest in trying something new when it comes to skin products. If you like the video, don't forget to leave me thumbs up. Leave me a comment with your favorite foundation. If you try some of these ones, I want to know what you think about them and which one were your best and holy grail foundations. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, of course. We're almost there to the 1,000 followers, so let's go, like, make this happen. And I see you on the next one. Bye bye. Yo. Yo.